2, 1. Hi everyone. So welcome to ProductOS. This demo we are going to give you a complete walkthrough of ProductOS. And let me first begin with what ProductOS is and why you need product something like. So ProductOS is basically your AI native product development platform, which helps product managers and founders to build end-to-end products from idea to really what happens with vibe coding tools and vibe designing tools. People are jumping directly on the development, which skips most of the important aspects of any product, which includes the ideation, research, building a PRD, going through the design, UI UX, and finally jumping on the normally when product managers work in large organizations and corporations, they face a challenge that they have to they basically work with multiple tools, over 20 plus tools on a daily basis, and generally the context is scattered across these different tools, and in fact different. So basically ProductOS helps you to build end-to-end thing in just one single platform, and it uses the power of basically the agents, which where there are what 6+ agents working together and help you to build your idea to product. So let me start with the demo and you through the process. Today we have with me Shreyash. Shreyash is our co-founder and CEO, and myself Hemang, I'm the co-founder and CEO. So let's begin. This is the dashboard of ProductOS, where you log into beta.productos. This is our beta version, and you see this interface where you have 3 options to start with. One, you have any idea in mind that you would like to build. You can enter that idea, or let's say if you already have an existing product that you are already working on, you can import the GitHub repository and connect it with ProductOS and then start building on top of it. Or else, if you don't have any idea what to build, we have given you the option there where you can actually search the latest trends which are ongoing, find the top best ideas which you can work upon and build it. Shresh, would you like to add anything on that? Are you excited to build a ProductOS?
Yes, let's build something from scratch and we'll come to know what the product does.
Awesome. So have any idea in mind like that you would like to build this demo?
I think let's build a companion app, like the one who guides a founder or something like
Okay,
that.
interesting. That's a very interesting concept because when founders typically or entrepreneurs face this challenge of discussing their issues with their friends and families, and having a companion app is a brilliant idea. So maybe let me just start with this. I want to build AI companion app for founders and entrepreneurs. This companion app will be friendly and will act as a therapist or mentor, which can help them to answer their day-to-day and the challenges they are facing. Founders will typically share with friends or family. That sounds good?
Yes, that sounds good. Let's continue and see what this agent says about this idea.
Let me just press submit. So we are at the ideation stage. Okay, so would you like to give a quick overview what ideation stage is and who are these agents which are going to help us to build this?
Sure. Let's start with the first most important agent, ProductOS agent. So your ProductOS agent orchestrates the team of 5 agents for now, which is your PRD agent, design agent, ideate agent, and develop agent. As we go on different stages, we'll come to know what agent. For now, we are in ideation. Ideation agents help us to brainstorm things out. The first question is from ProductOS agent. We'll start orchestrating things to different agents according to our task.
So basically, ProductOS agent is going to talk to us and it's going to delegate all the tasks and discussions with its sub agents, I believe.
Perfect, correct.
So it's asking me, okay, great concept. There's a real need for this for founders carry a lot of alone and having an block. Interesting. So it has asked me questions like, what's the primary interaction? I would say conversational chat back and forth.
That would be better.
Should the companion tone feel warm and empathetic? Maybe a balance.
Balance would be better.
Hard constraints on data and privacy.
It should be private.
I mean, so we can create both web applications and mobile applications with ProductOS, right? So interesting.
Correct.
We can start with web application maybe first, and then maybe convert it into mobile app.
That would be better. Let's go for faster execution. So now our agent has understanding we are talking about. Gave the task to ideation agent. Now ideation agent has some sort of question over here. He's asking. Let's answer those.
So it has asked me what's the primary use case: crisis, anxiety support, daily sounding board, tactical business advice. All 3. equally?
All
When a founder enters the for the first time, what must we know about them? We would like to keep it as minimal as possible, right? We want
correct.
to start with questions. There be a human escalation layer? I don't think so, right? At the moment.
No, no, no. Not sure.
What does success looks like in 90 days? Plus conversations per week, 0.5. Interesting. So it is also considering the KPIs which are required for the idea. Interesting. So I think we'll go with the first one, 3+ conversations. We would
Correct.
like to
Three
have
plus.
ChatGPT plus custom prompt not solve this. That's interesting. So it's taking a critical path and asking me counter questions. Why persistent memory of context across sessions, founder specific knowledge. Yeah, this is interesting. So we can go founder specific knowledge base. I want it to be more personal to me than like a generic chat GPT. So ProductOS agent is interacting with ideation agent and basically discussing this idea, and whether the ideation agent might have any questions or queries, it's going to pass it to ProductOS agent and it's going to give for the
Like sort of your conversion with the product manager, and product manager getting tasks to their specific people which are that they're doing.
so it's like having a product team with us directly. Now we have this ideation brief. Okay, it's very interesting because it's looking like complete Notion style. I can also edit and add something if I want. It says that AI companion for founders, what it is, conversational, sounding more technical advice, target users are early stage founders, pre-seed, private, low pace founders, opens and for key communications. That's interesting. And yeah, so it's saying that voice agent is coming up with certain questions are like still open for you. And I think it's a very interesting way to showcase this as an ideation brief.
Now, agent will have particular understanding of the idea in a brief rather than just assuming things out for you.
I'm pretty much excited to move to the next stage, which is the research stage. So I'll just put
Yes,
it to research. ProductOS agent has already filled the project name and the description, and it has created the project.
understands the whole thing and it does that for you. Even it maintains context throughout the project for you.
Yeah, I think that's a very crucial aspect of ProductOS, which basically, uh, across these different stages, the context is always retained. So all the agents are aware of what the idea is, what are the concepts, and every stage, we are going to store the different documents and file. User can also access them later on.
I think ProductOS agent has proposed and research plan based on our brief. Read it out.
We are in the research stage now, which interestingly is a blue color. So every single stage has a unique color attached to it. I can see it's giving me an indication that we are on a research plan. Is like we have logged the concept, the opportunity, competitor landscape. Very detailed because this is what product managers generally do on a typically every day. Right? You have to research the idea and the concept before taking it to the engineers and for the build.
And that's the most important factor in any product development lifecycle. Research should be strong that engineering would be successful.
It reduces a lot of it gives a lot of clarity also for the product managers or founders who are using it. So okay,
Yes,
technical
let's continue. I think it's
depth.
considering all the legalities as well, like CCPA and others. It is specifying things there, data privacy.
Yes. So basically, it's going to do a 360 research about the idea and the concept, and it's not just focused on one single aspect, but also it's considering the market data and all the different competitors which are there available. So we can get a lot
Correct.
of detailed.
I would like to just add few things. Like research agent is powered by many tools. It's not like it's just doing a web search. It's performing a deep analysis using various tools such as Google Deep Research, Perplexity, and XRA, and gathering all the context together, forming up various documents for each. Will analyzed by the agent, which is ProductOS agent, and written by the ProductOS agent. So you'll get a list finding document in few minutes, probably.
Great. So I think it's going to help me in a way that I don't need to go through different platforms like Gemini, Perplexity, and do a deep research over there. I'm getting all the entire deep research in just one single platform, which is very helpful.
Correct. ProductOS is solving at the end that 63% context variance that which get lost during tool switching part. You can see now it's going to Reddit and different sources gather the context. Once that is done, it will be creating.
It's not just reading the web, but all the different platforms, Reddit, and in fact, if I would have a mobile app that I would like to build, it will also go and search the app stores and the competitors, and then their review, then come back with the the gaps that I can add into my application. So by the way, we have other options like settings. This is a help and tour. In case you like to know more about what state is and what it does, you can click on this help icon anytime. Interestingly, we have a dark mode and a light mode. I personally like dark mode better because I typically work in night, so I think dark mode is very
Builder class loves dark mode.
absolutely. We have a manual mode as well, so I can go through or I can do all these research manually by clicking on this button.
Correct. We will go to for basically when a product manager needs to do his research, has all
Yes.
support of different tools he requires. He goes to different platform, but at the end, context goes out of the window.
True. I mean, it's a very painful thing. I mean, you do a lot of research and then do a copy paste, put it back to your either Claude or any other platform you're using, and maintaining all this is very interesting. So we have got the detailed research, and then we have multiple tabs. So this first tab is about the computer landscape, about founder to focused AI products. Yes, done a thorough research about different competitors. There's the business mate, Copreneur, Vora IQ. I would have not gone through all these, and I would not even know that these kind of players are there in the market. So I think ProductOS has helped a lot in this case, that it has all the different platforms and competitors.
It's like it is setting those things which even I don't.
Yeah, right. And I think that's very important because we have a limitation. I mean, as a we can always, search for specific things that we know about, but not for the things which are out there. Founder
Correct.
willingness to pay. It's also a good thing because pricing consideration at this stage is important before we even start building. Because GTM at the latest stage when we start for the launch process, when we are going to launch it or add pricing table, I think we should consider the pricing at this stage itself, which is very come up with the plans also, like what could be the pricing of this product.
Correct. Let's just see resources whether it's correct or not.
Yes, definitely. There are links available. I'm clicking them. So this opening the direct links to the sources. I can definitely go through and read them in detail.
Yes.
Has picked up the Reddit threads also and the competitor pricing. Interestingly, okay, there is a tool in the market which has built similar concept. Very nice of this pricing, which our agent has already considered and compared.
And I think it gives a resource and finding which lets you to decide things out for yourself.
So this is the sources. These are the sources listed in like what all sources have been used. A lot of those sources added as a citation. There's a founder AI app, a Kitchbot, interesting, which is already product fund. I think research is great, so I can you also see the findings. 8+ founder focus. Okay. Has picked up Y Combinator's these as well for the research, which is very interesting because these are something which are actually validated that the problem is there. Something should be built around it. So I think our concept
Correct.
is getting better.
It's also focused on pricing thing and the data privacy expectation.
Right. And what is this knowledge base feasibility? Okay. Where interviews archives. It has picked up from Lanny's podcast. VC. Currently, it's saving notes, so I think I should wait for a couple of more minutes by the time it generates all these files into the system.
Or else you can just say agent to contain push this saving a part in background.
Okay. So currently, we have completed the ideation stage and the research stage. So next stage is the define stage where the PRD will be created. So I'll move to next stage because I'm pretty much satisfied with the research here. And in case I would like to have it manually, I could do it using the manual chat and I can pick the different source. Great. So I think we have moved to the third stage, which is of the product development lifecycle, which is the define stage. And here I believe we are going to create the product requirement, the PRD, which is the most important aspect.
The team of engineering works around it.
That's a nice way that we can just close the panel and then focus entirely on the chat at the moment. Now in the PRD stage. So now we have another agent which has spun off basically, which is the PRD agent or define agent. Competitor is this, pain point is this, press expand for founder AI company. I'll click on this button. So the idea behind the define stages is going to outline the PRD first. We'll create an outline and then going to create the PRD of here.
I think it's suggesting some templates to us.
We have provided different templates already, but it's picking up based on this idea and concept. So out of Amazon and other lean startups and enterprises, it's recommending us the fourth plan, which is enterprise and which I'm assuming because it concerns with the data privacy and all. So that's why it's suggesting us to go with.
Let's go with fourth. Or else we should go.
Okay, I have already selected 4. So yes, I think we can go on with this one.
Fine.
Now we have our PRD agent in the background and ProductOS agent is coordinating with it.
They will be discussing stuff and will be creating your PRD section. It's like all the agents are maintaining memory, which is shared across all the agents. All the agents access the memory in terms of nodes and they understand what is going on in the process.
I think we are using this. I mean, of course, Andrew Karpathy's concept of LLM wiki and everything. So every single node is being actually utilized, and then the way the memory is being called, every agent has a specific context of what is going on. They are actually leveraging it in a very better way, not just a
Correct.
normal.
Things are intact. It's not like in terms of understanding and memory within the agent.
So it's creating section by section. So basically, our PRD will be created in every single sections. There are 12 sections of this PRD, which later on I can also edit it. If I also I can download it maybe in PDF form. So let it complete. I think it will take some time. It's a very detailed report and detailed PRD, I would say, and very much structured and
It will just cover every possible thing which a normal user may have not considered of.
by the way, this entire PRD and all the stages are live. So in terms when I say live, basically it's a live document. So even if you are on the design stage later on the other further stages, you can come back if you want to add something. You can always change it, and all the stages and all the agents will be in sync with these changes. So it's a feedback loop that is going to work. Goals and OKRs. It's a problem statement. By the way, by the time it completes, because I really want to make sure that the PRD is well written.
Like,
So
let's
five,
start with the first part.
what is the founder
Like,
AI?
I think that it is our agent asked one question, ideation agent, regarding privacy and stuff. He's using that knowledge in his first sentence on.
This is privacy first. So let's discuss why this product exists. Early stage founders pre-seed face a documented crisis of loneliness and decision paralysis. Search from Y Combinator founder essays and peer communities confirms that even well-supported founders experience it. Interesting. It has taken up the entire context of the research and then understood it properly why this concept is needed, why this product has also picked up the target audience or the customers which are going to use it. Primary users are early stage founders, psychographic profiling.
And we chose one thing which was founder specific knowledge base. Has started picking things from Y Combinator speeches and some sort of things. You can see in core value proposition.
Right. Yes, I think the
Second part.
founder's knowledge base. Yes, privacy first design and persistent custom. I'm very much excited. Let's see, because let's see how product will build everything from knowledge, entire content. We can compare it with the competitors which are there in this with entire this context. Definitely the agents or the coding agent will be much more are going to give a better output than just coming up with the idea and just putting directly into the maybe lovable board.
Definitely, just because we are validating things out and we have a particular direction to build, it would be better in any possible way. And other platforms are you are just building. You're not doing stuffs before building which are required to do.
I've been running a product development agency for last 7 years, and for the last 3 years, we specifically built AI products, and we've been working with product managers and founders, and we understood that most of them don't have the scarcity of the idea and the concept, but the execution was missing because they were just jumping on the development aspect, the engineering aspect, and this entire framework which we are following in ProductOS actually being used by the companies like global companies and SaaS and product. The product managers generally go through these steps, and if we go through these steps, definitely the rate of the chances of product success are higher than just building out something, because building has become so much easier with vibe coding. The concept and the framework is very much so it
Let's
is.
see the solution and architecture aspect section.
I just want to just have a quick look on the scope. It has
Okay.
of scope for V1, which is no human escalation, no network, external integration, and deferred to V2 and beyond. This is native iOS. Yes, I think this we discussed, right, that we would like to have a iOS and Android application later, and it has already picked it can be
It's
built.
a version 2 for us now.
Yeah, and I think we didn't mention it, and it has already put it into this thing. So let's discuss. Interestingly, it has created this complete chart. Wow, let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, since you know the tech and engineering well, how's the structure like, or the tech stack which is recommended?
Just reviewing it. Give me 2 to 3. Seems fine to. It has perfectly distributed the thing. API part in a backend and front end layer and the database. Everything is well segregated and well planned.
And then it has mentioned the tech stack and details, everything. So our tech stack will be on React and Next.js, and the backend will be Node.js, RAM integration layer. And I'm sure we are going to use the OpenAI here and to power up our chatbot or our companion.
Definitely. I think there is some.
Till now, it has already created. You were saying
I
something.
think there is some network issue. Let's write continue in chat.
Okay.
It's working.
It's a comprehensive PRD. Short, almost like 1,000 words in each of these sections, more than in cases 1,500.
Himang, let's go back to solution architect and let's go through this thing again and we'll just edit it.
Okay, sure. So the
Yes.
founder
Now
panel.
just context seems proper.
Sorry.
It seems fine. Everything is intact. The things are
Correct.
required are mentioned.
Yes, yes. In fact, all the technical constraints and everything is also mentioned here, that there's no custom LLM fine tuning. Interesting because this is something which we are going to plan for the V2. Since we have the data coming from the user. Success criteria is availability latency. So it has given the KPIs that can be tracked as a North Star metrics for the functional requirements, authentication and onboarding. So the best part of ProductOS is basically, since it is working with multiple agents, so, every single agent is specialized for certain specific tasks. For example, the addition agent, specialized in asking questions to for the users to basically brainstorm with them, in a way. Typically, if you just think and type in any chat, it will not you will not be able to think through those questions. It's like working as a expert on taking the best out of your concepts, and it's a very good way to actually utilize every single agent. And every single agent, let's say for example, if we talk about PRD agent, which is well defined, writing these documents the way which are followed industry. For example, these headings, and in fact the kind of topics is picking up very important in every single document or PRD which we have not named it at the moment. So we are going to name it in the next stage, I believe.
It's in design phase where we have assets.
The non-functional requirements performance. It's very important that the API response time should be very LLM response latency. And interestingly, it has picked up this part, which is backup and disaster recovery. So generally, you might miss out if you say, for example, if you are building something like you are having a conversations, or founders are storing conversations in this chat. Might be
Mhm.
cases of data loss. So it's considered that also into the PRD, which is very automated backup. Now mentioning about the UI UX, which is UX standard, also design, dark and light mode, conversation. Now we are into the AI agentic era, where basically not only you work with one single agent, but it's a team of agents working with you together and in one single platform, which is an AI native. You don't have to go and work with different tools now. It's everything is integrated in one single platform, which is what ProductOS is, right? It's an operating system for product management. I think people spend a lot of time for this activities. It used to take about months, right, just build and come to the stage of building PR. We have almost like spent around half an hour till now, and we are at a stage where we have a running PRD.
And it's like very time saving. If we have been doing this manually, it would be like a half of day or a whole day would be gone. And we won't have a PRD. It's like we'll be having a scattered context around the different tools.
Yeah, interestingly, I forgot to mention that we also have a feature for surveys, right? Could have actually floated a survey based on our research to our user. I could have, asked, to ask the research agent to create a validation survey, and it would have created a survey which I could float by users and get my initial primary survey done. Why not this? If I can ask it right now, but yeah, read the PRD maybe first and float a survey. What's your thought on survey, by the way? Should it's helpful?
It's very important for any product, I think.
Mhm.
It helps you to understand in things to be done and not to be done. It's like can introduce various types of questions. Tells you that whether this problem statement is good or not, and what you are targeting is good or not. So it helps you out to plan thoroughly and walk in a good direction.
Right. I mean, because as the product managers, generally, they have to do a lot of user research, and they need to get the feedback from the their prospects and their customers first before building out something. Getting initial survey results and then feeding into the tool itself create more. It will have much more details about what the users are wanting. And I think we also discussed that we are going to have a feature of user personas created in this, right? So based on the survey, we'll be able to create user persona, and based on this user personas, you'll be able to specify what kind of features every persona would. A lot of interesting things can be built in this entire AI native.
Definitely, definitely.
So we are building a workspace for product managers, where basically they just need. It's a basically kind of a cursor for product managers. You can just spend the entire day working on this end to end. Every tools will be connected. Something which our plan and
Correct. And at the end, you will be having a product manager will be having its own developing team also.
correct. I mean, they can definitely build prototypes in this platform itself, and before taking it to the engineering team, they can test and build the ideas on their own, and try it out and get initial users or feedback, and then pass it on to the entire development team. Helpful because it saves a lot of time, also the lot of important resources, because when team works, it takes a lot of time and effort from their end, from engineering team. Matches are
Correct.
sharing prototypes rather than just normal PRDs. And okay, so it working on the dependencies. Maybe let's discuss in compliance also. Let's have a quick. So it has considered the DPIA protection and assessment and CCPA compliance. Very interesting.
One thing, it's also focused on EU at the
Hmm.
very beginning of this document. European Union has something like if the data is from Europe, it should not leave Europe. It has considered that as well. If we are deploying things, if we are targeting Europe customers, the LLM should be from Europe as
Absolutely, and it's very critical and crucial because the data privacy and security concerns are really very important. For building any platforms like this, we need to make sure that we are considering all these aspects because at later stage when you build out things, there might be some which you might miss out as an or maybe the engineering team might miss out. As a product manager or founder, you need to ensure that everything is actually data is actually being stored in a way.
well. This PRD agent is leveraging all the research part happened in previous. Think we are done with PRD.
The way we have this file explorer here, where we can go through and check all our documents and files stored here, and we can always upload our files and folder to give additional context to our. Okay, so all the sections of PRD are complete. I would definitely would like to have a PDF. I'll download it and export it as a PDF. Great, it has created a PDF of 62 pages. Optional because writing all these PRD takes a lot of time, and I can share with my team members, get the feedback. I think we should move to the next stage, which is the four-stage design.
Yes, correct. It's here now the whole development starts regarding user experience, UIs, and all
The
of
best part is I can just ask my agent to just move to the next stage, and it's going to change everything on all the screens and everything, right? So I don't need to click and
correct.
do.
So it's fully automated. The agent does all the things for. Even I think we should go with the automatic workflow in this.
Okay.
It would basically set up the whole for you,
Uh-huh.
the whole brand guidelines, design system, and user flow just by clicking automatic. And agent would ask if it's required.
Yeah.
Then unless there is a major, else it will continue doing.
Okay. So I'll click on this automatic here.
So it has a guided feature, which is basically it goes a step at a time and it takes an input from after every step. Whether you want to do something, would you like to add something like this?
Okay, interesting. So all these stages will be filled up by the agent, and can also, I mean, I can also suggest the changes, and then it will automatically fill it up.
Correct, you can change the things anytime you want, and it basically will be filling the stuff not randomly. It will be analyzing all the PRD researches, and then it will be filling things.
Yeah, this is very important right now because brand guidelines, and I mean, before we start working on the UI UX aspect, we need to make sure that the brand is in. So what we are providing in ProductOS is basically the entire system of branding strategy, right? So we start with brand guidelines where we set up the brand name, the logo, and the colors and fonts, I believe, right? And then the typography. And it's also taking the psychographic aspect of it. Let's say why this color is been picked, why we are choosing this particular typography or the font color and font size, etc. Based on these user personas, it's going to create and pick up these different, the branding
Color,
aspects of a
color.
font.
Correct, correct.
Yes. Currently is creating this brand vibe. It consists of everything: how your brand will be positioned, how it will talk to its users. So the brand essence, the ideal client, touch points, voice, and style. I think this will be very important when we work on the GTM aspect or the marketing aspect because everything will be seamless after this because the brand guidelines will be in place and the brand purpose.
Also, one important thing, it eliminates one biggest thing. It's a black box of
Mhm.
different platform. It's like you give a prompt, you don't know what it comes.
Correct. Correct. I can actually
But
get a sense of the visual aspects of also of the brand before I start building the UI.
correct, you can just edit things out in front only if you don't like the color. It's not like a multiple step process after you get something. It's like predefined things, you get it done in few steps only. It's not iteration, it saves time and more accurate.
Yeah, correct. And I think I mean, with typically when we do vibe coding, generally always takes the purple color. So all these aspects are have been eliminated using this.
Correct.
Oh, so it's we are now seeing the mood board. Okay, I think it's going to the design system first, and then we'll just have a look at the mood board. I click on the mood board.
I think let's wait for it.
Yes, let it complete the
I think due to switching, agent has cancelled step and it's saying you can run guidelines further. then we'll move to the design stage.
Sure. Let's wait for the agent to complete all these stages and then we'll review. It's the beauty of actually having an automated process. I can just run it and then have my coffee and then come back and I'll be ready with, reviewing it, the entire brand guidelines
Correct,
for
correct.
automatic flow.
It's like the ProductOS agent controls your website only. You can just give a prompt. ProductOS agent will navigate through website automatically. It's like just open claw on your fingertip.
So here we have the design system with us, right? And it includes everything, the color palette, different code styles, typography, comp. I think I'll just add continue because I clicked back. So maybe once it give me the confirmation that everything is ready, then I will complete it.
It's running back in the clouds, but once it completes the task, it will give you a
Yeah, so great. So I think this is how the UI looks very great. So I think let's move to the next, which is user flow. I can generate it myself, but I can also ask the agent to do it. So I'll just ask the agent. So it has created the user flow starting with the different flows like onboarding, conversational settings and account management, and the different screens in these flows. I can also have a list view here and see my different screens. One as welcome screen, sign file first. So now I think I am in a place where I should start creating the UI screens. So all these screens are listed. So what I'll do, I'll start with the welcome screen.
yes, we can start with. Also, if user is naive, he doesn't know what screens to be done. ProductOS does that thing.
No, it really helps. I mean, to at least create the list of all the initial screens should be there in MVP. So it has all picked up all the importance as we can see. Welcome, sign. I don't need to now wipe code or wipe design these since the agents have all the context of our project, and they are going to pick it up and build the entire UI screen of our.
Correct. And even you have a just a gist of your product, you have seen in a mode.
Yeah, exactly. I just would like to go through the brand guidelines once again. I'll just want to have a look what the agent has added. So it has named it as Founder AI Companion, which I can always later on change. And yeah, so we are going to also give an option to generate the logo. You can also upload an image, but an option. And the tagline is crisis support partner for early stage partners. Very, very popular tagline. And this palette strategy. So we are showing the palette strategy as well as the reasoning behind having this color. So what is the psychological impact? So it's a deep, confident blue triggers trust and reliability of neurological, which is completely aligned with our PRDs and the research and the ICP that we are focusing. Every single color has been strategically picked. So with a warm and grounded brand, this friendly and approachable pairing. Nito and Poppins is a good combination. So I would like to have a look at the ideal client avatar.
It's like it's giving more in-depth understanding about the project's UI UX. What should be. It's like what the project is targeting.
Okay, so our screen is ready. I would like to preview it here and I'll click on this button. It's open in new tab. Okay, I would like to create one more screen, which is conversation.
Let's create sign up and login thing.
I can click on multiple screens at one go and it will be generated.
Correct.
So I'll few screens. By the way, we have provided this design builder, so I can always go and open into this design, which all of us are actually familiar with. It's a visual tool or it's a vibe coding tool, but especially for the designs. And when we are going to have it in the develop stage, we are going to actually build it the backend of right now. If I want to change anything into the front end, I can do it quickly. So it is picked. Can always come here and then just between screen conversation, welcome screen, and then first conversation. So different pages of my app.
Suppose you want to add something in your website as a launch video or something, you can use the part which is present besides the screenshot thing. Just add things here, your video, your images. You can tell the agent add this video, or you can just pinpoint it using the editor or selector tool.
Okay, so I can just add my videos and images into the app directly from.
Correct, correct. I think the screen development has been completed. So agent is moving to a.
Basically, all the screens are generated one after the other as a queue, right? So now these two screens are complete and the third screen built.
It is important as well. It's like not messing up the logic.
I'll just click on all the screen and I'll just have my quick coffee break of 5 minutes. By the time it will generate all these screens in background.
Fine, that is fine.
We'll just back in 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Yes, I can.
Hello, Mark.
Hi. So I think I can see a lot of screens have been already generated.
I have been here the whole time. It's like it has generated 10 to 7 screens. I don't have a particular count, but I'm watching the agent to do various.
I think I can see that there are like almost four and another four and 10 screens have been generated already.
I think we are in good state to move to the stage. I think it's time to spawn up our ProductOS agent, change the state.
There are a couple of pages which are running, or I think
I
there
think
can.
it's completed.
So I'll just ask. Okay, I'll just ask the ProductOS agent to move to the next stage, coding. So moving from vibe designing to vibe coding now. So we are into the develop stage where we are going to build the functionalities of our screen.
Correct. Now we'll be moving to our integration part,
Mhm.
database integration and AI integrations. Whatever we need,
Yeah.
our agent will be doing it for.
Close. So ProductOS agent is suggesting me some plans, which is the core conversation engine, authentication onboarding, conversational persistence, knowledge-based integration, and billing and subscription. So maybe I'll start with authentication first because I could see that the sign in and login is there. So
Correct.
me
I
ask.
think let's tell the agent to do the whole stuff on.
Got
Simply give a very simple prompt. It's like we should tell him to set up a database, login
okay.
and sign. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the first part because we need users to sign up and using the product. So I'll ask the agent to create an authentication using database as DB. I'll be
Yes, sir.
choosing a codex model here. See how it goes. So I really like the content this title picked up, the trusted advisor of every founder. It's completely aligned with our concept AI companion. As I can see, it is running Prisma, right? Would you like to cover
Ah,
off what is happening in the background?
definitely. I think first it took around 30 to 30 seconds to set up things in back requirement, and then it started integrating Prisma for us. So Prisma is basically a OR
Yeah.
manages your database for us. So
I think it has already integrated the authentication. Let me just an account first. So I'll click on sign. Interesting how it has really added the animations as well. It's a it's a kind of a iterative process. So I can always click on this screenshot preview and keep on updating it. Right. Even if I face some errors, I can just put it into the chat and then ask the agent to fix them. Right?
yes, definitely you can do that. I
Yeah.
think you can just add a screenshot and tell agent to I think agent has started fixing things. Let's wait for agent to complete, then we'll start.
Great. So it has
Now,
it.
let's see the database in.
Mhm.
First of all, that is very important. I think schema has been defined by
Yeah.
schema he's been using, and it's
The data
perfect.
is and I can also have a quick view of the entire code here. If I want, I can just update directly in the code from here. And I think since we didn't create the dashboard page or ask it, so that's why it's showing like this. We can always ask
Correct.
it to create the data dashboard, right?
Yes, from here as well, or you can go back to design stage and tell the design agent as well. But coding agent is well efficient to do though. We can ask the coding agent as well.
And we also have a very important feature, which is this code editor. Right? So code editor is
Correct.
basically I can also put it. I mean, it's a VS Code version which is there in our application inbuilt. I can open this VS Code editor and then make the changes directly in that. Right.
VS Code on cloud and have a full development feed. You can wipe code here as well.
Meanwhile, I'll just look at the rest of the functionalities here,
Correct.
and so I think we are in a very good shape as a initial prototype, I would say, or product which I can further build on top of it. I can just continue coding with this develop agent, make the changes, add new product pages of things, right? And I think what's the next step? I think we can also publish it directly from here, right?
Once development is complete, user just can click on publish or one button publish function. It
Yeah.
literally deploys your code into the servers. You can just change the DNS or change the records, and you can just pass around. Even you do not need to manage the deployment services as well.
Got it. So I can see it's basically ProductOS is going to launch your product from this stage afterwards, right? So you can complete your development and push it to the live and deploy it from here as well. So it's deploying to the Versa, and I can see it has also created a GitHub repository so that my code is intact and I can use it further in case if I want to use it and build maybe later on in Cursor or Cloud Code, right?
Correct. And also, it's like it's from idea to deployment. Give a single prompt. Your starting was like, want to build a AI companion app or something. Sir, one have a particular the whole understanding of the product. It's like what the things you should consider and
Yeah.
what are the regulations and things and stuff. After that, came to know about how a PRD is written,
Hmm.
what are requirement documents. Then we move to the design. Now we are in deployment. So it's like whole development journey has been minimized to just one screen.
one platform entirely. So it's a entire play of all these agents working together and getting my idea to launch right in just one single place. I don't need to shift or change any different tools or screen. Everything is built into this entire platform. This is the first of
And
kind AI native platform
correct,
for.
the whole development cycle has been reduced to just hours, not days and months and years.
I think after this, I'll just deploy it. I'll just make a couple of changes and then push it to live. By the way, I can also share URL and yeah, definitely. I think and I'll be able to add my domain as well. Point it to my. I can buy a domain for AI Companion app and then
Correct,
yeah,
correct. And
it's a great yeah. Sorry.
yeah, go ahead, please.
I was just saying, I mean, it's complete app end to end, and the entire experience of ProductOS from basically we started with the idea and then built this. So everything is intact. I can also only one single project. I can create multiple projects and in one single platform. So now it's just one of the app which we have created. So we have multiple apps here and manage them right, which is very difficult because you wipe code, you lose track of the apps which you are building. So I think we are good to go because we have completed the app entirely, and this is our final product. We have built something which is people are actually looking for and wanting this, and there's actually a market gap. Definitely, the design and everything can be further iterated and improved with our agents in the chat. I'm sure. I mean, people can build a lot of good products out of using ProductOS and
Definitely, they will build product. And it's like getting the whole understanding of the PDLC is very important.
that's the crucial aspect. You can always wipe code and put this idea into the the coding tools, but unless you have the entire journey and the insights which are required to build this product, uh, you might be just shooting in the dark and not knowing what exactly needs to be built. We are actually answering what to build than just figuring it. I mean, just building something like how to build, which is pretty much sorted now. How to build is there, but what to build is something which needed, and ProductOS solves that. This is how the ProductOS is actually the cursor for product managers. Okay, so I think it's a great experience, and I think we would like to add, Shreya, almost like 1 hour 40 minutes, and we have built this product end to end. Definitely, we can just further
So
iterate like.
correct, correct. Nothing. It was great, and it was the whole journey was great of product development. Nothing else.
Thank you so much, everyone. We would love you to try this end-to-end product OS. This platform is just not a tool or a product, but it's a playground for product managers and founders. We are very much excited, and because we are already live in our private beta, and we are constantly optimizing it in further. Would love to have your feedback and thoughts on top of for new exciting projects on product built on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.